The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is February 2nd, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is a CNBC.com piece. U.S. consumer sentiment falls less than expected, remaining near all-time highs. U.S. consumer sentiment was stronger than expected in the final January reading. The University of Michigan survey of consumer attitudes for January slipped to 95.7 in January, just 0.2 points below December's 95.9. Economists polled by Reuters expected this month's final reading to slip to 95. Consumer sentiment has remained largely unchanged for more than a year at very favorable levels, the survey's chief economist Richard Curtin said in a statement. Curtin noted that the index now sits only 1.1 points below the 96.8 average reading for 2017, the highest yearly average in 17 years. Consumers continue to expect growth in jobs and income, but anticipated a slightly higher inflation rate, Curtin said. The measure soared to 101.1 on October 13th, the highest level since 2004, but has deflated steadily since. Our second story today is from MarketWatch.com. The U.S. gains 200,000 jobs in January. Wage growth hits 8.5-year high. The U.S. generated 200,000 new jobs in January, and yearly wage growth hit an 8.5-year high, highlighting the strongest labor market in 2 decades. Economists polled by MarketWatch had predicted a 190,000 increase in non-farm jobs. The unemployment rate was unchanged at a 17-year low of 4.1%. The big news was a strong gain in wages. Worker pay increased 2.9% in the 12 months ended in January, the biggest advance since the end of the Great Recession in June of 2009. Hourly pay rose 9 cents, or 0.3%, to $26.74 an hour, the government said Friday. The average work week slipped 0.2 hours to 34.3 hours, however, partly because of harsh winter weather. December job gains were raised to 160,000 from 148,000. The increase in jobs in November was cut to 216,000 from 252,000. A lot of numbers there. Our third story today is from Reuters.com. U.S. jobs data boosts the dollar, bond yields, and drags on stocks. Yields on the 10-year U.S. Treasury note shot up to a 4-year high within 5 minutes of the release of the Labor Department's unemployment report for January. The dollar surged against the Japanese yen, euro, and a basket of 6 currencies. The price of the benchmark 10-year Treasury note later fell further, pushing the yield up to 2.8525% from 2.773% late on Thursday. Stocks in Europe and Wall Street plunged at least 1% on the news, as the strong job and wage growth data boosted the chances of 4 Fed rate hikes this year instead of the 3 hikes analysts expected thus far. Our fourth story of the day here is from investing.com. Texas shale challenges North Sea crude as world oil benchmark. Surging shale oil production in Texas and North Dakota is being felt on trading desks in Chicago, Houston, and New York, where a brisk business in West Texas Intermediate crude futures is far outpacing contracts for London-based Brent crude. As the United States approaches a record 10.04 million barrels of daily production, trading volumes of so-called WTI futures exceeded volumes of Brent crude in 2017 by the largest margin in at least 7 years. A decade ago, falling domestic production and a U.S. ban on exports meant that WTI served mostly as a proxy for U.S. inventory levels. The next story here today is from MarketWatch.com. Bitcoin tumbles below 8,000 as cryptos coughed up $100 billion in value over 24 hours. Holy crap. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies came under intense selling pressure on Friday as concerns over a tighter global regulatory atmosphere shot more than $100 billion off the market in a day. Bitcoin was most recently changing below the 8,000 level, changing hands, I guess she means, at $7,913, down nearly 13%, according to research and news site CoinDesk.com. Elsewhere, in the virtual currency universe, Ether coins on the Ethereum blockchain sank 17.31% to $860,000.31. Ripple coins tumbled 24% to 73 cents, and Litecoin slid 18% to $117.61, according to CoinDesk. In just 24 hours, the global cryptocurrency market lost around $103 billion. The total market value stood around $382 early Friday, according to CoinMarketCap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Friday, February 2nd, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a nice weekend.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.